Well, welcome to our podcast here today, and a little piece of heaven down there in Junction T and 7, and at a little place called Ag City. And today it's really special because we kind of drifted up here to Harrisonville, Missouri, and that's where Ag City starts, right here from kind of 49 Highway, clear down the beautiful drive down 7 Highway. And we're here today with the chamber and Bing, and I can't ever get your last name right. It's you'll have to help me.
It's Schimmelpfenning.
Schimmelpfenning.
Yep. Just
Okay.
taken divided into two.
Well, and so Bing is we're going to just talk a little bit about all the great things the chamber's doing. And I know that, we're kind of partnering up with you on some stuff and pretty exciting. I know the efforts that you put in here recently. And of course, you got the Log Cabin Festival coming up
Yep.
and the Burnt Monument. You might just share a little bit of that, the excitement of going on here in Harrisonville.
Absolutely. So I'm the executive director here at the chamber and also for the Chamber Foundation, and been doing that for the last 7 years. So it's been a lot of work, but a lot of fun in the same
Sure,
process. So
sure.
we've grown from 187 members to over 325 in that time,
Fantastic.
which is great. And then, as you can see, you're in our community room, and this we rent out to the public. And a lot of chamber meetings happen here, lunches, coffees. But what we're so proud of is if you look around the room, we have a walking history tour. So that was developed by the students at the Cass Career Center, some marketing interns that we have, and then Mr. John Foster, our local historian,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
90 years old, been
mm-hmm,
here all his life, knows everything about the city,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
built half of it, as
mm-hmm.
you know. And so he pops up in the first picture that you see over there is the log cabin.
Sure.
Talks about log cabin. You mentioned the festival.
Yep.
So he
Yep.
gives us the history of the log cabin. And log cabin festival happens the first Friday and Saturday of October every year.
And
So
that's just been a staple market for this area, and it's been very popular. And
yes.
and I know then you have a big parade ahead of it,
Yep.
and so it's a really cool thing for people to come down and join and see and be a part of.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a carnival that comes in. We have a petting zoo, lots of vendors, arts and crafts stuff. Um, there's a lot of nonprofits that benefit from being up here to sell things and
Sure.
help other
Sure.
nonprofits in the community. We bring in about 18,000 people that weekend, which basically doubles the size of the town.
And
So if you
there's how
can
many in the
imagine,
town? About 10,000?
10,000.
10,000 in
Yeah.
town. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a big deal. And then you go down the wall, and then you hit the monument behind us,
Yep.
the Burke District
Yep.
Monument, which
Yep.
you mentioned. This year we're going to be offering tours, so we got to thank Echo Ride Bus Transportation. They'll take people down to the monument, which sits out on 2 and
And then
49.
just a minute talking about the monument, the burnt
Yeah,
monument, and that came
the
along here a few
history in
years
that.
ago. And so that's the whole history of that is what Article 11,
Yep.
and then
Burn
the
order number
burning
1.
of Cass County farms and everything
Yep.
else. Yeah,
Clear down into Vernon County.
that's kind of part of the Civil War history.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we say the Civil War started here.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
right. If you remember the old movie Josie Wales, it kind of tells the story
Yep.
about we were I guess we were a slave state,
Yep.
Kansas was free state,
Kansas was
and
free.
so. But there's a lot of good history about the Civil War here.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
border war that was happening back and
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah.
And what's great is our Civil War Roundtable group will actually be at the monument this year, dressed in period clothing, and
Right.
the bus will take them down for tours, and they get to see the new edition, which is the Silhouette Art Project that we had went through and completed. It's taken us 2 years to do that, but we finally got it completed. And what's interesting about it is you're standing there and you watch the sun, set. The silhouettes march into town. Their shadows come into town, and it's like the ghosts of
Yeah,
yesteryear.
sure, sure.
Gives you
Yeah,
goosebumps,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's very interesting to watch that. That wasn't planned in the design of it,
But it
but it's
made
just
the good Lord made it work.
absolutely.
Amen. Amen.
That's right, and it's just beautiful. So we encourage everybody to go out there and learn about the history of that. It's interesting, have them dress in the period clothing and then give you the history of what the town
Yeah.
was like and what it was back then. So
Well, Bing, you guys, and of course the chamber's been just growing steadily, and you gotta look at the whole Harrisonville Square and
yeah,
see how it's developed in the last few years, and all the things that the chamber's put in, and it's just been remarkable. And so, We're going to have a little break here, but is there anything else about the past that you would like to share with our people
Well,
today?
the chamber got started in 1965, so we've been around well over 50 years. And 10 years ago, we moved to the square,
Hmm.
and in the hopes of revitalizing it, bringing more people into the square, because the square is the heart of our community,
And it seems to be working.
and it's worked.
And you got a big farmers market up here on
Yep.
Saturdays.
Farmers
So
markets
there's
on
a lot of cool
Saturdays.
things happening up here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Great restaurants and places to go
Yeah.
eat
And
and
they're
drink
springing up
and
even
shop.
more. Yeah.
Yep,
Good shopping.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, we're going to take a little break
Okay.
and we're going to be back with Bing in just a little bit. And we're going to talk about, hey, we talked about a little bit of the past and we're going to talk about some of the future, what's going on between Harrisonville and the Chamber and what we're doing down at Ag City, Little Piece of Heaven on Junction 10-7. We'll be right back. Yeah, this is Bill Cook, and I'm down here at Ag City, Little Piece of Heaven, Junction T and 7. And today we're having a little commercial in the middle of Bing's program. We're here visiting with him, all the cool things the Chamber's doing. And we're so excited to work with Bing. But I'm going to give a little commercial here in the middle of all the things that are going on in Ag City. And so the relationships with Harrisonville and the Chamber has just been really cool. So one of the things right now I want to plug is the fall festival that's going on. So when you get this, I hope you don't pick it up too late, but jump in this weekend and the fall festival's going on and lots of fun and activity that's happening up there in Harrisonville. And Bang and the Chamber just work their tail off every year to make that fall festival real successful. So now a little bit of new news I'd like to share with you. The news is we're going to be working with the chamber all through this next year. They're helping us with other chambers. Some exciting things are going on in Ag City, really cool things. The chamber is going to come down to Ag City and they're going to put on an Ag City Music Fest. And it's going to be so exciting. I mean, we're going to have tractor pulls, we've got things for kids. It's over Father's Day weekend, 19th and 20th June, next June. And, we're going to have it at Little Dixie, which is up at Ron Rushley's, right up Kaufman Road. And it's just about 2 miles off of Junction T and 7. So when you're coming down 7 Highway, headed for the lake or wherever you're headed for, turn up Kaufman Road right here at Junction T and 7. You'll go by Cultivate and you'll go by Steel Mills and you go on up where Yaya Farms are at, and all that's involved in the festival. And you'll pull in there to Little Dixie, and they're going to have a tractor pull, and they got all kinds of activities. Music on Friday night, music all day Saturday, along with the tractor pulls and all the other stuff. So I want to be sure and plug that and make sure that you're aware of what's going on. That's just really fantastic. Now, one of the things you can do to help us if you'd like to, and there's people going to be talking. We've got some sponsorships and some of the things the chamber's doing. But like for Ag City, we're going to do some things some stuff that you can just buy. And so we're going to have some raffles things and businesses are donating things to us. And so we're going to have our first raffle off November the 5th. And the one reason is we got some gifts coming in, and they might make great Christmas presents, or even there might be some things that you would get that are major keepsakes that you would want to keep. But those are the things, and then that we're going to be trying to do to raise startup costs. All these things cost money, stages, electricity, you name it. It's just expenses that we're incurring. So we're helping out there, and so the chamber's working with Ag City and our local Ag City businesses. When you give money or you buy something, you can get our tickets online, or you can get them at one of the local stores. That if you drive through and you want to stop by Cultivate or Still Meadows or Yaya, any one of these stores around here, or you can stop by. What we're going to have is what we are working on is the new visitor center. So those are all going through a 501c3. They're all tax deductible, like I said, and those dollars are going to help us get started. And we really appreciate any help that you can give us. Get involved with us any way you can, and we do appreciate that. So, in saying all that, one of the things I would just like to close with is the Visitors Bureau. we're going to have the Visitors Bureau up and going no later than Memorial Day next weekend or next year, 2026. Well, welcome back. And boy, it's so exciting to be here in the chamber office and the really cool things that's going on. We're back with Bing again. And now what we're going to talk about a little bit about all the things in the future, the things that are coming out in 2026, and just some really cool stuff that we're doing. Ag City is a kind of a new venture, a bunch of small businesses down on 7 Highway. You know, beautiful drive from 49 down to 13, and there's little ag cities all the way down there. Well, all kinds of little opportunities for people that drive and go into the lake, having a good time, stop by, do a little business with your local communities, and that's kind of what we're doing. And Bing has really been a big help on with the chamber, and we're putting in a visitor center, Ben.
I
And
know.
it's as far as I know, it's the only business center around here that will be able to share not only the history of what you're doing here, but we're talking about the history of the Roaring 20s, 30s, 40s. We even have the Axon Museum coming in, and that's going to be a virtual museum of all about the old tractors and things that has been going around here. I think I talked to them the other day, and I think they've got stuff in that museum 130 years old.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
So a lot of cool things going
Yeah.
on, and I know one of the things that we're kind of working with you guys and you're putting on a big event
Yes.
down at Ag
Yeah.
City this in January or no in
June.
June.
June of next
Yeah,
year. So
yeah.
June of
Well, let's talk
2026.
about that a little bit.
So most of everybody knows that World Cup is coming to Kansas City in 2026. And so, of course, our idea is how can we benefit our businesses in this area because we're within that radius. There's going to be 650,000 people from all over the world
Right.
coming to Kansas City. We're not that far away from
Hmm.
Kansas City. And if you think about it, if they're here for a match and then their team loses or whatever it is, and what they do for the next couple of days,
Right.
we're going to offer some day trips for them to come down and experience our history, our local flavor, and just all of Americana because
Yeah.
that's what you
Yeah.
want. We're going to immerse them in that. And this event is going to be called Egg City Music Festival.
Right.
And what's great about that, it's going to involve all of the Egg City group, which is about 12 businesses, as
Sure.
you mentioned.
Sure.
We got some great artists coming. So Friday will be kind of a rock night or rock concert, and then Saturday is all day country.
Yeah.
So we want
Sure.
everybody that comes over to experience everything that America
And
has to offer.
it's also Father's Day.
And it's Father's
It's
Day,
Father's Day, and
and America's 250th birthday
bingo.
is
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a big firework display and just immerse everybody, in that fun.
Well, I know we're pretty excited, and as Ag City, we kind of met the last couple of days talking a little bit about, I think Little Dixie's talking about, trying to get an antique tractor pull going, and
Hmm.
the Yaya Farms, they're already big into and all kinds of animals.
Yeah.
So whenever you come down to Ag City or to the festival, you'll have opportunities to go to Still Meadows or Cultivate or all the different things, the flavor. You'll get a chance to see rural America kind of the way it used to be, and the way it is yet today. What a
And
great place to live.
And we're so excited about your visitors center that is coming up down there. And I know that once again, thanks for our Career Center group, our marketing interns put together the first ever Cass County Visitors Guide.
Hmm.
So it's a 46-page color guide that goes through every city in Cass
Hmm.
County and the history that they have and the things to do. We also developed the visitharrisonville.com website.
Hmm.
So you can go out there and you can see eat, play, stay, and history. So people
That's
can, go out
pretty
there and
exciting.
research that
Pretty
and find all
exciting.
the restaurants to, eat at and the places to shop and the places to play
Well,
here in
and
town.
and
So,
what's even cool, being, we're kind of trying to tie it together with some other chambers, and we're trying to tie a little bit together with Clinton. And one of the things that's we're really excited about is our internship program
yes.
and working with our interns. And we're working a lot with Sherwood. We've done a little bit with Harrisonville, bringing young people in, giving them an opportunity to work for these businesses. Actually, work, you take credit through the summer, and then even when school starts, they can. We're getting another new intern, and
Right.
actually, the lady that's videoing this is Anna Cantrell, and she's been one of our superstars this whole year.
Yeah.
And so it's just been a great experience working with Sherwood and the teachers and the kids down there. and that's one of our passions is help entrepreneurs. And I know the Whitworths, they have their 501c3, and it's all about little bit about their family when she
Mm-hmm.
was a Famulner. And so we just got a lot of history. And so what we're doing is we're going to plug into the roaring 20s, 30s, and 40s. So where you've done so much good work in what we call the burnt district and the Civil War, we're kind of looking at, and I can still remember those days.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up a grandfather, and so all the days of those. So I was born in '46,
Aha.
and so I still remember the plaza and what it was like in the plaza and all
Yep.
of the and all the old outlaws. So we're going to kind of dip into that part of the
That's
history,
great.
and all even the equipment. And so, we've got hopefully, we got that antique tractor pull coming and doing some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We've even contacted and talked to some of the folks down at Adrian. They got a lot of big festivals down there
Oh
at Adrian.
yes.
So there's just a lot for people to see. And,
Was it their Frontier Village? I
yeah,
think
they
is
got
what
a
it is.
Frontier
It's
Village.
awesome. Yep.
We're actually going to do a podcast with those folks, and they
There you go.
one of them was up and at the museum knew all about steam engines,
Mm-hmm.
and we did
Yep.
a whole big story on steam engines. Here will come out here in another couple 3 weeks or so.
There
So
you go. Perfect.
I can't be more excited about than 2026, and I
I
can't
agree.
say enough about how much the chamber has done and how much I appreciate working with you, Bing,
Thank you.
personally.
I
And
appreciate
as
that.
we
Thank
move
you.
forward, you've been a shining light in this community, and we want you to shine right out into the country
There you
and
go.
help us really promote that rural agriculture as we know it.
I agree. And thank you, Bill. Appreciate
Well,
it.
and thank you for joining us. And have you got any good closing words you want to share on our podcast with anything?
I
Something
just
that
say
they just got to know?
they just got to know. Come and see in Harrisonville. Come and see Ag City. Come
It's
and
a
see
little
us.
piece of heaven down on Junction T and 7, and it goes right into Harrisonville, and it's the county seat. And you got a beautiful square here. You got beautiful businesses, and you've got enthusiastic people trying to make it a pleasant place for you to come and stay. So thank you for joining us today on Ag City, and come see us. And we'll see you on the turnaround.